It's Cool Trains in Montreal, and I'm here to do a little bit of a REM update for the 20th of December 2022. And here we are at the Sunnybrooke Station in Pierrefonds, at the corner of Sunnybrooke and Gouin Blvd here. And this is the superstructure. This is the steel work for the station. That's already coming along. They got a crane putting it all in place. So it's coming together. As you can see, the track work is there. And I think the catenary is starting to come along too. Look, it looks like that they've got some of that. Maybe not. Maybe those are just Hydro-Quebec. Anyway, I'll take a little walk. It's pretty cold. Well, it's not that cold actually. It's more like just snowy. This is a little bit after a snowstorm here in Montreal, but they're working through the winter to get this ready. We were supposed to be able to get rides on the REM as far as from Brossard to Central Station, but that has been delayed until spring because they're just doing some testing and they don't want any problems like in Ottawa, I suppose. If you're not familiar with that, their light rail system had some issues, trains derailing on the switches and whatnot. So this, they want to be a smooth rollout, and I think it's going to be a smooth rollout in the spring anyway, for sure. I'll try to get down to around that area in Griffintown to see if I can get any REM testing where they're actually going to be moving vehicles. But here's the construction. It's going pretty well, I figure. This is not actually one of the more advanced stations in the West Island. The Point Claire station, the one near Fairview, is almost complete. They have actually curtain glass built already. And also the Deux Montagnes station is much more advanced than this. They have the curtain wall already up as well, and I'll show that soon. But of course I need a cloudy day to do this because the sun usually is in the way. So as you can see how they're building these, this is following pretty much the standard REM station template, where you'll have, you know, the staircases and escalators up, and they'll have screens and the trains will run in there. Doesn't look like it's going to have a roof on it, but I can't tell yet if the superstructure is complete. May not be. It may look more like the Sources station. And here, of course, is the bridge over Sunnybrooke. Concrete. And I've shown this before. Of course, last time I was here, nowhere near this complete. And here, well, you can't see it too well because of the fencing, but it will come to a high embankment after this. And these bridges, of course, were not built the same way as the standard REM, the track, the way it was built as an elevated system. This is a standard bridge, as you can see. There's two types of construction. And here again you can see that the bridge ends there, and that's an abutment, and then it goes to a high embankment. And this is the REMS on the other side. So yeah, it looks like what happens here is the platform hasn't got the superstructure built around it yet. So they're just starting with the superstructure on this side. So I think there's a lot more to it. I haven't seen, of course, the rendering of what the station is supposed to look like. But I would imagine it's much more substantial than what it is at this date of completion. And here is going to be parking, as the other side is also parking. Yeah, so this is what I was seeing here. It's not the catenary work, it's just basically Hydro-Quebec line that may or may not be relocated, will probably be relocated. I can't see them leaving that pole there. And here's the superstructure of the bridge, which is complete. However, catenary work will have to be strung, so the towers are not yet there, I'd say. That's simply Hydro-Quebec there. So in the coming months they will be finishing this station, but this one is going to be one of the last ones, I suppose, on the West Island, because the other ones seem to be much further along. Certainly the Deux Montagnes station is much further along. That one in Pointe Claire that's near Fairview is much further along. I'm not sure the status of the other stations that are like towards Saint-Anne-de-Bellevue. I'll check those out at some point. But I just want to keep this kind of brief. Oh look, they're bringing a piece up. So they're actually doing work on it today, which is not surprising. It's a weekday. And they're swinging that girder. So this is kind of cool. I haven't really gotten any pictures of them doing construction on the REM, but here's a short video of them doing some construction on the REM. You know, that might not even be a piece. That might be just a part of the harness. Yeah, not sure, eh? And they're swinging the crane around. They're probably bringing it around to pick up pieces over there. Are they going to lower it? Looks like they're going to lower it, eh? Yeah. So this is what it looks like from the other side, from the north side of Sunnybrooke, on the north side of the train tracks. Things are really coming together here for the REM, I have to say. So even though I'm not able to ride on it this winter, I'm not all that disappointed. Number one, Montreal area construction and construction in general of these kind of mega projects always seem to take longer than what they always promise. That's obvious. You know, there's always also cost overruns and such, so that's not really my concern, because, well, it's par for the course here in Montreal. Anyway, and of course we also had to take into account COVID and all sorts of other weird things that happened in the Montreal area that was unexpected. But I'd rather have this line open to have no problems with it, rather than it being, you know, rushed. So yeah, so this is how far they've gone with the Sunnybrooke Station as of the 20th of December 2022, around 11 o'clock a.m. So if you like what I do, please subscribe to Cool Trains in Montreal, and I'll bring you some more REM updates as I pass the stations. So have a good day.